The Hidden Life of Anne Frank, a tour of her home. The rain hammered against the cobblestone streets of Amsterdam, turning the night into a symphony of whispers and secrets. Mira clutched the damp map in her trembling hands, the faint outlines of the Anne Frank house barely visible in the distance. She had always been drawn to stories of resilience, but tonight, she wasn't here as a tourist. She was here to uncover the whispers of a hidden life, fragments of Anne's story that had been lost to time. A crackle in her earpiece jolted her back to reality. "Mira, you sure about this?" Raj's voice buzzed through the static. Her brother's concern was palpable, even through the poor connection. "I've got this," she replied, her voice steadier than she felt. The plan was simple, a midnight infiltration of the Annex. Mira knew it was wrong, but something about the recently discovered documents, scraps of Anne's handwriting, detailing a secret room beyond the Annex, had haunted her for weeks. The museum's security system was modern, but Raj's hacking skills were unparalleled. As the door clicked open, Mira slipped inside, the damp cold of the night replaced by an eerie silence. The creak of the floorboards beneath her feet felt like a betrayal of her presence. The Annex loomed ahead, frozen in time, its narrow walls and sparse furnishings whispering stories of fear, hope, and despair. Myra's flashlight danced across the room as she moved cautiously. Her heart pounded as she reached the bookshelf that once concealed the entrance to the secret Annex. Sliding it aside revealed the familiar steps leading upward. She climbed with a mixture of reverence and urgency. The room was just as she had imagined from Anne's diary, intimate, yet oppressive. But Mira wasn't here for the known. She sought the unknown. A gust of wind whispered through the cracks, carrying a faint, almost imperceptible scent of mildew and old paper. Myra's flashlight flickered, and for a moment, she thought she heard a soft shuffle. Her breath hitched. She reminded herself that the museum was empty. It had to be, but the tension in the air was undeniable. At the far end of the room, behind a faded curtain, Mira noticed an uneven patch of wall. Her fingers traced the rough surface until she found a small latch. It was subtle, almost invisible. Her pulse quickened as she pulled, revealing a narrow, dark passage. The air was heavier here, thick with the weight of untold secrets. Mira crawled through, the space tightening with each movement until she emerged into a hidden chamber. The room was modest, yet unlike anything she'd seen in the museum's records. A wooden desk sat against the wall, paper scattered as if someone had left in a hurry. A small cot lay in the corner, the blanket askew. On the desk, a candle, burnt down to a stub, sat beside an unfamiliar notebook. Myra's hands trembled as she picked it up. The cover was unmarked, but the handwriting inside was unmistakable. Anne's voice leapt off the pages, raw and vivid. These were entries that spoke of a secret she'd never dared to share in her primary diary. Stories of a mysterious visitor who had come to the Annex late at night, bearing warnings of danger and whispers of escape. Myra's heart raced as she flipped through the pages. The final entry ended abruptly. "Tonight, I will know if the stories are true. If this stranger can truly save us." Before she could process the revelation, the faint sound of footsteps echoed through the hidden passage. Myra's blood turned cold. She wasn't alone. Myra's instincts kicked in as she shoved the notebook into her backpack and pressed herself against the wall. The footsteps grew louder, more deliberate. Whoever it was, they knew the hidden passage. Her flashlight dimmed further, the sputtering beam barely illuminating the cramped space. Myra's mind raced. Had the museum security been tipped off? Or was this someone else, someone who also sought the secrets of this forgotten room? A figure emerged from the passage, silhouetted against the faint light. Myra's breath caught in her throat as she caught a glimpse of a man's face, sharp and weathered, his eyes scanning the room with practiced precision. He wasn't wearing a uniform. This wasn't security. Before he could notice her, Mira lunged toward the passage. Her sudden movement caught his attention, and he lunged after her. She barely managed to dodge his grasp, the narrow passage working to her advantage. Myra's body screamed in protest as she scrambled through the tight corridor, her backpack slamming against the walls. The man was relentless. "You don't know what you're messing with," he called out, his voice low and gravelly. His words only fueled Myra's determination. Emerging back into the annex, she sprinted toward the stairs. The museum's creaky floorboards betrayed her every step, but adrenaline drowned out her fear. She bolted through the main exhibit hall, past the haunting photographs and artifacts, until she burst into the rain-soaked streets of Amsterdam. Raja's voice crackled in her ear. "What's going on? I lost your signal for a bit." "I've got company," Myra panted, weaving through the narrow streets. She risked a glance over her shoulder. The man was still on her trail, his pace unwavering. "Head to the canal," Raj instructed. "There's a safe spot near the bridge." Myra's lungs burned as she pushed herself harder, the cold air biting at her skin. The sound of the man's footsteps grew fainter, but she knew better than to stop. When she finally reached the canal, Raj was waiting, his motorcycle idling. "Go!" she shouted, hopping on behind him. The motorcycle roared to life, its tires skidding on the wet pavement as they sped away. Myra clung to Raj, her heart pounding not just from the chase, but from the weight of what she discovered. Safe in their small apartment, Myra spread the notebook's pages across the table. Raj paced behind her, his anxiety palpable. "Do you have any idea what kind of trouble you've just invited?" he demanded. "This isn't just history," Myra replied, her eyes scanning the words. "This is something bigger. Someone wanted this hidden, and I need to know why." Raj sighed, running a hand through his hair. "So what now? We've got a notebook that some very dangerous people clearly want. What's your plan?" Myra's determination hardened. "We find out who the stranger was. And we finish what and started." But as they delved deeper into the notebook's mysteries, Myra couldn't shake the feeling that they were being watched. Every shadow seemed heavier, every sound sharper. The secrets of Anne Frank's hidden life were more dangerous than she'd ever imagined, and they were only just beginning to unravel the truth.